We have a very famous pasuk in this week's parsha. Ki ha'adam eitz hasada. So the Gemara in Tainus, the Gemara says, Ki ha'adam eitz hasada. The Gemara says, Ki ha'adam eitz hasada, is a person taka a tree? Or rather, the Gemara says, yeah, a person's taka a tree. Why? Because in this week's parsha it says two different things regarding a tree. One pasuk says, V'oisoi lo yisichreis, don't cut down the tree. Another pasuk right afterwards says, V'charata, that you should cut it down the tree. So in the pasuk, what's it talking about? A tree that doesn't have fruit, you can cut down. A tree that gives fruit, you can't cut down. And the Gemara says that's exactly the way it is. The parallel by Talmud Chacham, that if you see a Talmud Chacham Talmud Chacham hagun, Talmud Chacham that's proper, no, Talmud Chacham that gives off fruit being Torah mitzvahs, then lo yisichreis, right? That's the person you have to learn Torah from. You see a Talmud Chacham which the Eini Hagun, then the Charata, as Rashi says, stay away from that guy. Okay, nice piece of Gemara, right? Let's examine this Gemara, which the Rebbe does in Sikha. The Rebbe says, I don't know, what's the question? The Gemara doesn't know that there are many comparisons between a human being and a tree. How could the Gemara not know that? We have it even in the Mishnah in Pirkei Avos. That right? That someone is like a tree that has a lot of branches and a few roots, and a wind will come blow them over. So the Gemara knows that there are comparisons to human beings and trees. So what's the question? And if you're going to tell me no, the Gemara is not asking what's a comparison. The Gemara wants to know, are you really telling me a person's a tree? In that case, the answer doesn't make sense, because the Gemara is giving another comparison. Why is that comparison any better than the comparison that we have in Pirkei Avos? So the Rebbe says that in Chassidus, it's brought down in different places, that we know that the world is comprised of doimim, tzemeach, chayim, medaber. Just like the world is comprised of doimim, tzemeach, chayim, medaber, the human being is also comprised of doimim, tzemeach, chayim, medaber. Shlomo Melech says, that means that the whole world exists in the human being. The human being is a reflection of all of creation. What is the doimim, tzemeach, chayim, medaber within a human being? Oisya, speaking is doimim, and midas is tzemeach, seichel is chai, and medaber is the mucker of the koyach hadibra. For the purpose of our conversation, let's focus on the fact that tzemeach is midas. Why is the motions of the person tzemeach? Because on the one hand, there's life in it, in midas, just like trees that live. But at the same time, it's rooted into the ground. Unlike an animal, which is a level above it, which can wander around and go anywhere, a tree, if it moves away from its place, it dies. And that's also, midas are very strongly rooted in one place, either chesed or gevura. Chesed can't see the value in gevura. The mind, which is a level higher, chai, seichel, can see multiple perspectives. It can wander around. It can be abstract. Midas can't be abstract. They're very much rooted in the self, and they can't move from where they are. Once we understand that within the person, the midas are the tzemeach, now we understand that the Gemara asks, V'chi ha'adam eitz hasada? Are you telling me that a person is defined by the midas? A person is much greater than midas. A person is seichel. Why are you telling me that Adam is eitz hasada? Interesting also is that we know the human being has several names. There's Adam, there's Ish, there's Gever, and there's Enosh. Of those four names, we'll only discuss two of them right now. Adam represents seichel, and Ish represents midas. Adam eitz hasada. You tell me that the Adam is midas, Adam is seichel. If you tell me that Ish is eitz hasada, okay, I'll get it. But Adam is the name of Atam Kriyim Adam. That's the crowning glory of human beings. When he's called Adam, you tell me Adam eitz hasada. Adam is all about midas. And what does the Gemara answer? The Gemara says, yeah. And you want to know what my proof is? I'll give you a proof from a tree. Take a look here, you have a tree. If the tree has fruit, it's valuable. You can't cut it down. If the tree doesn't have fruit, then cut it down. What do you mean? What's greater, the tree or the fruit? The tree. The tree is the source of the fruit. How can you say that the tree's value is dependent on the fruit if the tree is the mocker, the tree is the foundation?
Sure.
Why would the tree's value be but as it is, that's the Metzias. And the same thing is in the human being. Yes, what is the greatness of the human being? What distinguishes the human being from all other species is Seichel. But if the Seichel doesn't come into Midos, if the Seichel doesn't bring to Avos Hashem and Yiras Hashem, and Avos Hashem and Yiras Hashem, which automatically spawn mitzvahs, keeping the mitzvahs and staying away from Averis, then what is the Seichel worth? Even though that the Seichel is higher, and it's the source, but ultimately the value of the Seichel depends on the fact that it's producing the Midas, and it's producing Taka, the Midas which produce the Mitzvah Saseh and Mitzvah Loisasa. So Adam Mitzvah Taka. The person, you want to know, is a person a person? Take a look at the tree within the person, at the Midas, the Tzemeach within the person. If the Midas are good, then we know Taka it's a Adam. Otherwise, Vicharata. Cut it down.